So today I'm off into town because somebody made me aware that they have sent me some stuff to my PO box, and I don't know if it's there yet. The lady that owns the PO box business says that they'll text me whenever there is, but last time they didn't, so I don't trust them. So I think if I just check every other week, we should be all good. And somebody commented, so I'm going to go and check that, and that means I'm also going to go to CEX, and that means I'm probably going to get some more Blu-rays because it's what I'm after at the minute. And then right now I've got games installing because it is about time for me to finally be playing something again, because I actually miss playing games. It has been the best part of about a month and a half since I've properly played anything in a way that I tend to play games, and I miss that. So yeah, let's go see the dog and then get a coat on because it is definitely not t-shirt weather, and then head out. You guys should have seen what she did just then. She jumped up onto the sofa, she rolled over onto her side and started slapping her tail on the sofa as if to say, give me belly rubs. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's up? Do you want belly rubs? Do you want belly rubs? Ruby, belly rubs. Belly rubs? You know you do. I mean, if you don't, then you don't have to, but you look like you wanted them when you were rolled over. Big stretch. Big stretch. You're going to have to go to your grandmother's in a couple of days because we're having the decorators round, and Ruby is not going to like that very much. So because she's not going to be able to come in here, and remember, our garden is out there through the living room, we need to, she's going to stay at her grandmother's for 2 days, and then it'll be done. We're going to get a break from you, Ruby. A little break. We've only had one of those since you were born. How to guarantee that we definitely never want real kids, eh? You don't get a break from them. Ruby! What are you doing? Oh, my back. Anyone hear that click? Hello, Rubster. She's using me like I'm her footstool. You know, if you were better behaved in the car, I could take you to CEX with me. Sometimes I see little sausages, and they're always shouting at people in town, because that's what you sausages do. You shout at people that don't deserve it. Although, to be fair, they probably do. I don't blame you. A lot of people deserve to be shouted at a little bit more, and generally you can tell the ones that never have been. Right, okay. It is definitely coat weather today, that is for sure. It says it's 11 degrees. I don't believe that. I believe double-digit degrees, regardless of how low, is t-shirt weather. But this does not feel like t-shirt weather. It feels particularly cold today. Anyway, so we're going to stop off. I've got a lot to do now. I've been given tasks. So what are we doing? We're parking at the car park I always park at. We're going into Aldi, we're going into the pet shop, we're going into the PO box, we're going into Boots, we're going into CEX. Whoops, I've ended up, I should get some new razors. Half of me wants to see what happens if I just leave it for a month and do Movember, but I also am aware that I look like a 16-year-old that's just hit puberty. I was just 10 years too late, apparently. I couldn't grow this before like a year ago, I don't know. Anyway, let's go. I don't know what's going on today. The roads to get here were mental. Every single red light was backed right the hell up, and yet it seems that town itself is actually decently quiet. The car park was decently quiet. Weird. Anyway, let's begin my tasks. First one is the PO box shop because it's only around the bend. It's vaguely foggy today. It's a little bit Silent Hill. A lot of people in my comments say that the town looks a bit Silent Hillish, and you're not wrong with how everything's shut down. I just got out the PO box shop and somebody has indeed sent me something. I'm very curious, very excited. Feels like Christmas. This is the quietest I've seen the town in a while. I suppose I should do Boots first, shouldn't I, being as it's like right here. Oh dear. Sometimes I think I look a bit mental talking to the camera, but then I remember that most people don't actually care and no one's actually paying attention. Most people don't know where they're walking, let alone what people around them are doing. Just walk into an Aldi, you'll figure that one out pretty rapid. I never want to go to Boots again. That was one of the more stressful endeavours of my entire life. First time I've ever been in Boots on my own, I'm pretty sure. I was lost, disoriented, and I needed an adult. I ended up having to ask for assistance to find the thing I was after because it was just never going to happen otherwise. I gave it a fair shot. It just didn't happen. Let's go somewhere I'm a little bit more familiar. Good old CEX. Let's go. You know, I'm surprised that considering it's November that the lights are not on yet. I feel like every year they've been getting earlier and earlier for a long time. But anyway, into CEX we go. I feel like it's been forever since I've been to a CEX that wasn't this one. But to be fair, the last few trips to CEX have been coincidental, not, pre-planned. That's interesting. That PS4 Pro is 145, but a regular boxed PS4 is $155. So the box can mean the price between more than a Pro version. That's a strange thought. You know, this CEX is so trusting of the people. Like 28 quid, 360 game that's decently rare on the shop floor. I feel like if I go to Telford or Wolverhampton or Cannock or any of the other CEXs that I typically like frequent, you don't see games above about 20 quid on the shop floor unless it's something for like the Switch or PlayStation 5. When it comes to anything PS4 or prior that's above that price, I feel like it's typically put behind the shelf, you know? Still on the lookout for some cool stuff. I did notice this Soul Silver boxed 100 quid, and I've obviously been debating buying boxed Pokemon for a while, and this CEX always has so many boxed Pokemon games just all the time. And check this out. They've moved Assassin's Creed Revelations forward and repriced Web of Shadows. One of you guys noticed that it was priced wrong the other day. I was talking to the staff about it. Apparently, it was done by a newbie that hadn't printed off the sticker based upon the new rarity system, and it needed correcting. There's been apparently a couple of cock-ups along that line. Also, check this out. Somebody mentioned that there is a Fallout 4 Game of the Year edition. Well, spotted it, but the problem is it's the way that they do Game of the Years now is that the DLC is always a discount code. So you can't actually do it properly. It's not like before where it's a separate disc where my Fallout 3 or New Vegas are permanently there. It's annoying. Anyway, PS2 looks like it's still running out of stock. I feel like they've been lacking stock for PS2 for a while. That Pirates of the Caribbean game is such a nostalgic game for me. I loved it. Also, Shadow the Hedgehog for a tenner. I'm willing to bet, just out of a theory, that that's going to go up in price soon when Sonic 3 comes out, because I think people are going to love Shadow, and the hype for Shadow is going to go higher. I swear there's something about how one of the designers of Shadow and the way he moves in the new film was in that. Like, he designed something to do with the Shadow the Hedgehog game like 20 years ago, because I swear he like thanked people for the opportunity. I swear I've not made that up. I'm pretty sure I haven't made that up. But I just thought that was pretty cool. It's appreciative of people's work. I was in there long enough that now it's going dark. I feel like I was only in there about 20 minutes. That was a pretty successful haul. You know, sometimes you get really lucky where when you're like going up to the till and ready to buy, there's something on the like counter that has just been traded in. Well, I managed to buy something for a couple of quid that was a steelbook. A game that I otherwise wouldn't have bought, so that's cool. Anyway, now time to go to Aldi and all of the less fun things. Yay. Our trip to Aldi was successful. We got the bread, we got the meat, we got the cereal. Let's head on home, shall we? And Jesus Christ, if you guys could see my my maps right now and how much red and amber is on there, this is going to take me half an hour to get home. It also gets worse because we had a notification about the estate that we live on saying that they're completely closing an entrance to make another entrance for 18 weeks, which realistically, because it says 18 weeks, knowing the track record of the company that's been performing this work, it's actually going to be more like 36, and it's going to be a nightmare. But yeah, let's go home and I'll show you guys what we got. Okay, we're home. Let's go through what we got at CEX. Some more Blu-rays, Steelbook. But first, well, actually, no, I suppose we should do that second. I really want to look at what I got from the PO box, because that's something that I don't know. It's very rare that I get things that I don't know. Like, my partner gets really annoyed at me because, like, I make birthdays and Christmas really hard because if there's something I want, I just buy it myself. So there's nothing that she can generally ever get me, and it's just because that's the way life has always been. If I've ever wanted anything, I had to do it myself. So I don't know. But let's go through the things that I got from CEX first, then we'll do the PO box opening. Also, it's now just straight up pitch black outside. Like, there's no standing in front of the window anymore at this time of day like usual, but here we are. Okay then, so first things first, I got X-Men 3 The Last Stand for 50p. Then I got the Wolverine Unleashed Extended Edition for 2 quid. I reckon that the Wolverine itself is probably a cheaper one, but because it's the Unleashed Extended, whatever that really means, it was more. I don't think I own any, I don't think I own any of the X-Men films on Blu-ray right now. No, none of them. So I'm pretty safe to buy those willy-nilly as and when I see them, which will be easy enough to do. Back over, here we go. And then after the Wolverine, I got X-Men First Class for a quid. I know that it looks like it's the 4K one, but it's still just a regular Blu-ray. It's just that the sleeve has got that. Then X-Men Apocalypse Blu-ray. Interestingly with this one, when they were putting the discs in, I did clock that he put in the wrong disc. He put in Days of Future Past. And we got that sorted. They did have Days of Future Past as well at this CEX, but it was a reprinted cover, so I left it. So slowly but surely over the coming weeks of various different CEX trips, I will be looking to get each of the X-Men films. Something that I could have done is bought an actual box set with them all in, but I actually prefer having things individually so I can get them out and look at them. And it's cheaper to buy them individually. Like generally, literally every box set that I've looked at on CEX across every different franchise that I might want to own, it seems to always, without fail, be cheaper to buy them individually than the box set. Anyway, next up, this was the game that I saw on the shelf. Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which, if I just get it out, is a rather pretty steelbook. I didn't go in looking for that. It's not exactly on my list. It's another example of like Back 4 Blood, where it's a game that isn't exactly a game that I would have loved to have gotten, but because it was there and the same price as a regular one, I was like, yeah, let's go for it. And obviously the sleeve cover too, which I could do without. I don't really... I'll keep it because it's part of it, but like I almost prefer just the steelbook because I like looking at the steelbooks. Okay, how's this for an angle? I've got you guys on a mini tripod because the tripod that I had you guys on last time I did one of these is currently taken by a camera, so I can't put you on there. But let's go through the stuff that I got sent. First of all, there's a letter. I really hope that when you guys send me stuff, you put something identifiable in there so that I know who to thank, because I really want to make sure I'm thanking people. The handwriting on each one of these is different, so I presume it is a different person. We will see. So we'll go through this one first. I want to make sure that I'm not ripping in the wrong spot. Up here, there we go. Jesus Christ, that was strong adhesive. I knew I should have just used a blade. I just didn't want to risk anything going wrong. Okay. Oh, I really hope I can read this handwriting. I really hope I can. When my partner writes things down, I have to get her to read it out loud because then otherwise I want to die. Jesus. Braden, if you see this, thank you, and you can do it. The letter specifically asks me not to read out what it says, so I won't, but you can do it. Okay, that was deep. Right. Give me a minute. Braden's had a rough life. Braden's like me. But he's changing his life. That's what matters. Anyway, next up. I have no idea how I'm going to get this open. Do I even have... I don't think I'm going to... Hang on. Problem solved. Now, let's be very careful because I don't want to damage whatever's in here. Is that going to be enough? No. I'm not winning this. How do I get these things open, bro? Can you tell that I didn't open many presents as a kid? I'm not a professional opener of things. See, I think I'm making progress. Motherfucker. Right. You know, you could have thrown that in a trash compactor and it would have survived. That was very well packaged. Right, I think I've got enough of it open now. We can do this. We can do this. Ooh. What do we have? Have I actually still not got this open? Come on. I think it's a PS3 game. It's definitely a PS3 game. Injustice Gods Among Us. Do we have a note? No note. I've got nobody to thank. I need somebody to thank, but I've got nobody to thank. There's some more bubble wrap inside. Is there a letter? I don't think so. Okay. Well, thank you for Injustice Gods Among Us to add to the collection. I don't know if I had Injustice, to be fair. I'm trying to look. I'm hoping you guys can still hear me, even though I'm not near. I don't think I did. I'm unsure. Or at least not. Is that the ultimate version? I have no idea. But thank you to whoever sent this. If you could make yourself known so I could thank you like formally, that'd be cool. Like I say, I don't know how to thank people when... Yeah, there's... I don't think this is from Braden, because it's a different handwriting on there. It might be. If this is from you as well, Braden, then thank you. Hang on. Let me reread the letter again, see if he says. Yeah, so I just went through the letter again, and I don't see anything identifiable, so I can't thank whoever it was. But thank you to whoever sent Injustice. That can go... Was there an Injustice 2? I think there might have been an Injustice 2. I'm not sure. I kind of lose track of what I have and what I don't have at this point. And I think that is us done for the day. So I'm now going to go and start playing through the Resident Evil games, starting with 1 remake this time. And then from then on in, well, I think I went through this on a different video on here, so I don't need to repeat that again. On TikTok, I'm so used to repeating myself in like every video that I struggle to not do it over here, because there's more crossover in followers here. Like TikTok and short form content is notoriously bad at showing the same people your content, so you end up having to say the same things over and 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 over again. Whereas over here, more people view the content repeatedly, so you don't, like, you guys will have heard my plans for Resident Evil already, or a lot of you will have. So yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.